Welcome and welcome back to Authentic Lourdes. Hey, I'm really thrilled to bring you a channeled message that wants to find you right now. Literally, I sat with it and I was like, what's trying to come through? And that's it. So here's pile 1 with hope on the horizon, number 45. Pile 2, number 15, endless serendipity. And number 3, 24, and disconnect. So what message wants to find you at this time? Let's start off with pile number 1. And as I get in to show you, I want to share with you some Soma. Look, it wants to focus in on the other one. I've got Soma body butter, Soma face, and these are made by you truly. This is formulated by me, Lourdes, yours truly. And these are travel size. So they're beautiful. You'll find the link below to find them. And looking forward to seeing it's hosted online by original EOB, the original Essential Oils Bracelet. Hey, this is a fine line jewelry piece of theirs as well. And so yeah, this first card with this message coming through, pile number 1. I wanted to call you pile number 2. That's so funny. I think because it rhymes. What is wanting to come through for you? What channeled message wants to come through in this moment for pile 1? Okay, so I'm literally hearing something about children. I'm just hearing children. And then we have family out here. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a lot that jumped. Let me take these 2 that jumped here on this pile. I'm going to take those like that. Okay. No, we're taking them. They keep wanting to jump. I'm like, noted. Okay. Huh. A little ant wanted to bite me. Interesting. That ants are coming up in your reading. And children. So what channeled message is coming through? I'm really getting here that pile 1, there is something coming in for you that's like for some of you, it's a glimpse of inspiration. For others of you, it's this literally like someone's handing you something. It's gonna feel like it's a great idea. Like because it's a light, what keeps coming up for me is like something that's illuminating in some type of way, but it feels like a great idea. Something's coming in totally related for you for things that have felt like there was a lot of disbalance. It just felt like it was so off kilter in your life. Something's coming in that is more, it'll have that light, that lit up idea for you. So the other thing that's coming through with all of this is, because these are the cards that came out first, I was just looking at all of this, and there is this, like, I think a really beautiful message of you tuning into what lights you up, what gets you excited, passionate, so ready for what's coming in. Like, anything that you're all lit up about and for, tune into that, because that's really going to pave the way for some connections from friendships that are happening or some other partnerships that you're considering. And this is really going to bring in a lot of support. So maybe some of you are working on a charity. I'm getting like a charity. Some of you are, or a fundraiser kind of event, or something's coming in, a banquet. I'm literally like, yeah, I'm seeing these things here. What else? might you be, yeah, I feel like support, like there's a strong energy overall of support coming in. So obviously, like I shared before, some idea here, you're really tuning into the things that are helping you feel like more open, more ready to celebrate, to jump in. And it feels like there's real support over here for whatever you're doing, especially those of you preparing for some type of fundraiser or banquet or something like this. I mean, obviously, I mean, that could be any event that's special, right? It could be an anniversary event, right? It could be anything that's preparatory in preparing this really beautiful like feast, if you will. And the other thing that's coming through here is I'm going back to this because it's this strong message about what felt like you weren't sure which decision to make. Like the way is opening up for that. So I just think the blindfold is coming off. You're able to see what's going on more clearly. And again, there's something illuminating that someone's bringing in an idea or you're getting an idea. But I really think it's being handed to you. So it's going to be really clear wherever it comes from. You're not going to have any questions about that part because it's like it's coming in. You can't miss it. You can't miss it. It's too big, too bright for you to miss. And it's just really going to help you feel really on your, like you're on your 2 feet and you've got things managed that you can. That's what I'm really sensing with this. So let's see what else, what other channeled message is coming through. Take a look at that for a moment. What do you notice from this first? And if you don't mind dropping that in the description box, that would be great. What do you notice first, pile 1, from this image? Because the first thing that I noticed immediately were her pants. And if you look carefully, they're very opaque, right? They are very transparent, I should say, translucent. And I'm being drawn to, like, it's the veil. It's the veil that is over something that you've been working towards. There is a veil, and you are coming into a season where you're going to be able to bring all the love to the situation and understand that there is something that gets to be revived. It gets to show up in a very different way than you had seen it before. So I'm not even speaking to a perspective shift, but actually something where you're getting to understand the whole scenario in a different way. I really feel like so I said before, info's coming to you, an idea is coming to you, someone's bringing you something, but it also feels like there is something coming to the table for you, like something coming to you that you've been working towards. Let me see if we can't get this a little more specific, because it sounds so general. I'm like, is there something more specific? Oh my God, I'm still getting, okay. So it really is, it's a creative project you're doing. You're working, this particular thing that's related to in this moment is about something that's coming in related to a project that's creative and that has felt like there is a lot to do. A lot to do. Yeah. It feels like that's what's, the veil's being lifted on that. The more love you bring to it and the more you tune in, like you're going to see something very different about this. That is so freaking fat. Wow. I mean, I don't even understand pile number one. So if there's anything that you can share that this makes sense for you, that would be lovely. But yeah, don't forget what dropped below, what it is that you noticed here, because yeah, this is just a really, really, really interesting message. Like, I'm listening to see, like, does anything else want to come through? For any of you who have a brother, if you think of him, if he comes to mind, send him beautiful love. At this time, I'm just totally hearing that. Yeah, I'm like, that really is all that I'm getting from this. Okay, pile number one. Thank you guys for being here. This was very different. Very different. I'm like, huh, interesting. Well, thank you. And I will now move on to pile number two. And pile one, thank you guys. Go check out the links below so you could see Soma reGENErative skincare. It's so beautiful. I literally formulated this because it was time for me to make something that works better than anything I've used before. So I'm very excited to be able to share this formula with you that I've been preparing and using and reformulating for over a year now. So, oh my goodness, I'm just so excited to see like what continues to unfold with it over time, because people are loving it and finding that it's helping their body, because there's essential oils in these, in the Soma, that it's helping them. Even somebody had hives and they cleared them. I've noticed it's really helped my cuticle do much better. I call it a manicure in a bottle, the body butter. And the face cream has just really helped my face through burns and all sorts of crazy stuff. So, yep, things to check out. The Soma body butter, and this is Soma by Lourdes, you guys. So you'll find the link below, and you can see the story there and everything about how I created this. So, endless serendipity, pile number two. Endless serendipity. This is a channeled message for you, and so I'm also like just tuning in to see what is coming through for you. Oh my God, I literally saw April in my mind. April, the month, maybe someone's name is April, but I really feel like the month while this card came out, something about April is super important for some of you. And I think you're gonna know, for those of you who are in a course or anything that you're preparing for something, perhaps you have a birthday in April. Happy birthday, April babies. Those Aries, Taurus babies. Okay. Wow. I feel like there is magic coming to your heart space, pile number two. Whoa, that was like super clear. Your pile is really interesting. Pile one was so different than anything I've ever channeled in my life. But pile number two, this is really fascinating because we have the Pentacles here and we have the Empress energy. And this is when I really heard April. So what does April have to do? Let me ask. Perfect with Empress. Okay, well, clearly some of you are having some babies in April, okay? Either conceiving or some of you are actually birthing a baby in April. So that's beautiful and exciting. And for some of you, you may be actually becoming a partner, like in a committed relationship, a marriage or something with somebody in April. That's very clear. Yeah, there is an up-leveling of your relationship in April for some of you in this pile number 2. And the other thing is, there is something evening out with your money, like something about your money. So for some of you, that may mean you get to pay attention to funds, for you to realize, like, I'm just getting this. Some of you may be more liberal with the funds in this moment, and you can pay attention to how that money gets to flow more, rather than just allowing it to flow. Check in and see, where do you get to redirect things? I feel like it's a redirection of money. Yeah. For some of you, there's a time, this is a time to consider looking into, from now to April, whenever you're seeing this, yeah, like something about redirecting your money, so you can continue to help it grow. I really am getting a message of growth. But let me ask more about this heart, this magic coming to your heart. Oh, wow. Yeah, because you're going to have some real, oh, wow, that's a lot. Like, you're going to have some real decision making to do around your heart space. Yeah, wow. Yeah, we keep getting swords here, so this lets me know. Okay. Yeah, a chapter is totally closing out. Something's totally closing out for you. For some of you, it feels like a really like a home situation is turning over. For some of you, it's like there's something to do with property. I'm just going to tell you that right now. And for some of you, it's totally in the Northwest area. Yeah, this is really interesting. Anyone who lives anywhere where you could see, oh, excuse me, I was ready to yawn. Wow. Ready to see the stars at night? Please go check this out, because I think you're gonna have that's some of the magic coming through, is being in the starry night and allowing that to bring magic to your heart space. When I use the word magic, for me, magic it's the energy of like everything that's coming together. I mean, this is science, this is mathematics, this is magic, this is chemistry, this is physics. All of this is coming together, and this is magic. We've forgotten what this word means, because it's part of the fun of the game we came to play. We don't want to have everything figured out when we get here. We gotta forget, so we can go have some fun and fuck up some shit, you guys. Let's go. But yeah, like, there is some magic coming to restore your heart space. For some of you, it's just like this, I feel like this extra pump of blood coming to your heart space. And for some of you, it'll be under the stars. Some of you, it'll be this healing place where you'll be making some real decisions rather than feeling super up in the air about things. Yeah, let me check in with the Black and White Truth Oracle, you guys. The Black and White Truth Oracle. This is my deck. And yeah, there is a chapter closing. I don't have questions. Wow. Oh man. Okay. There's a lot here about a connection. So pile number 2. I feel you. There is something here about a connection. For some of you, this is, an animal that's passed. For some of you, this is a connection that's still very present, but feels very out of reach. That's what keeps coming up, out of reach. And there's an inner knowing inside of you that it is, what you're experiencing right now is just right now. this isn't the way things are gonna remain. So there's this chapter closing, and if you look real carefully, you can see, oh man, you would have to zoom in. You'd have to screenshot this and zoom in, but you could see there's some glyphs of, I see Scorpio, Pluto, I see Saturn. So yeah, there's all these glyphs way up in there. And yeah, that feels like a storm that's turning into something beautiful. Wow, that's wild. That's really, really cool. It's funny, I'm telling you, I designed these and I'm still like mind blown looking at this, and I'm like, wow, how gorgeous is that? That's wild. Okay, anyway, I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything else. Okay. Yeah, pile 2, that's really what I'm getting here. Definitely. Okay, pile 2. Thank you guys for being here. I am like, this is really, really fascinating to me. Just having an open channeled message that wants to come through. Let me know what you think in the comments below, how this resonated. And I look forward to connecting with you guys soon again. And don't forget to go check out Soma by Lourdes, the regenerative skincare line that has a body butter and a face cream, and more things are coming with time. And yeah, I'll move on to pile number 3. And pile 3, I was just talking about Soma, the regenerative skincare line by Lourdes, yours truly. And these are the travel size. They're so convenient. I'm getting ready to go on a trip, so I'm happy I've got mine with me. It just makes it so easy and simple. But yeah, it's tallow-based and it's infused with so much love, you guys. Oh my God, I'm so thrilled to be sharing this, and it's been selling beautifully. And I look forward to hearing what you personally think of it. But here we are looking at your channeled message, pile 3. I'm pulling from the Black and White Truth Oracle deck, again by yours truly. And yeah, what do we got here? Okay, for some of you, pile 3, there is this message about the family. There's this message about some things, a family situation that's pretty heavy. Yeah. So for some of you, I could totally feel that there is a sick loved one. Yeah. Yeah, there is a lot. Wow, there is a lot going on. I can just literally feel it. It feels like a lot. It feels like a lot on my shoulders. It feels like I can't breathe as deeply as I would like to. Yeah. So a channeled message is definitely like, can you give yourself an opportunity to really totally like disconnect? Can you give yourself a break? Even if it's for 1 hour, is there something you could do to support yourself right now where you really get a break from this situation? Because you're definitely carrying, pile 3, you guys are definitely carrying some heavy loads. You're carrying some uncomfortable situations you're moving through in the moment. It feels like, it really feels very familial, like it's with the family. Anything else want to come through? So for some of you, it's time for a mental break. Like I'm really getting that with this, with the moon card, like a mental break. It's time. So whatever that gets to look like, perhaps that's putting the phone down for a few hours. But there's another message that like your work is being seen and recognized by these family members. The one who, if there's anyone sick, the one who is, it feels really uncomfortable right now with this family member. Like, oh man, you guys, I could barely breathe. oh my God. Yeah, like they're seeing you. So they know that you're doing all that you can. And this message here is like, go take a break. It's gonna be okay. Maybe this is your child who is not feeling well, or maybe they're okay, but like they're very young and they don't talk yet. And you and your family are moving through something really uncomfortable, and the little one is okay. The little one's trying to let you know, like, I see you, I recognize you, everything's coming along. But life is reminding you, right? God's reminding you, all that is this co-collective consciousness of all of us together is reminding you, like, take a moment to breathe in some peace and breathe out any worry or concern. Recently, I was reading for someone and they told me that worry is a sin. And I was like, okay, well, can we look at that for a moment? And you could call it this, you could call it that, you could call it whatever you would like. But worry is an emotion that we get to feel. We get to allow it to move through our bodies. It's informing us, right, of something. Worry and anxiety are very linked, being concerned about the future. So yeah, that is where we're allowed to be, and then we're allowed to also let that move through. So it doesn't overwhelm us, because it doesn't feel great when we stay in these energies. But yeah, that's a really great practice, is to breathe in peace. Breathe out whatever it is you desire to release. And this practice is deeply supportive. So pile number 3, this message for you is like really specific. I've never had a message like this before in a reading. And it's interesting, like right when you've read for hundreds of people, it's just fascinating that, yeah, things come through in a really interesting way. But yeah, I'm really getting that whatever's feeling like it's like there's a lot of that you're in this deep and you don't know what's going on, you don't know what's up, what's down. I think that you're gonna soon know that everything is still calm within the chaos, that there's still calm, and that you're going to be okay. And with the rainbow here, it just feels like, yeah, like everyone's going to be okay in the end. Oh. Every step counts. Wow. Every step counts. Like, you don't want to miss a step. And if that step is, to disconnect, to take care of yourself, to nurture yourself, you're not going to want to miss this. And there is so much love in this season right now with your family, with this experience. And I want to remind us that love is everywhere. Like, you cannot escape it. It is there, even while people are trying to call out things as the opposite, right? Like hate in the family or in whatever situation we're in. There's still this, you don't hate something without love. It just doesn't happen. And so whatever the situation is going on, the reason that it's happening is because that there is love. It's because people care about it. And that's why this feels so heavy and so bleak and overwhelming. And I just want to share and remind you that, like, it's all there for you, and you get to see what it is that's happening in this time, and that each step of the way is teaching you something. So can you sit with that and be with that? Look, and at the bottom of the deck is the journey. Like, enjoy the journey, enjoy each step as you get up there. I've this is an observation of mine. I've learned that I can't skip any steps, but I can speed up the process. So I can put into action all the steps required, and then you can go more quickly. It's so interesting. It feels like we skip steps. I get it sometimes. But I've noticed that in this season, as I'm enjoying the journey on the way up that climb, right? Building Authentic Lourdes, building Lourdes the brand, building out anyone and anything I get to really work with in this season that I'm so grateful for. every step of the way is literally supporting the next one. And so I don't want to skip any of them. I'm learning through them all. And so pile number 3, thank you guys so much for being here and letting me share with you. If you care to leave a comment below about like what's alive, how this is resonating, that would be beautiful. And yeah, go check out the link for Soma. It is my favorite skincare, you guys, and I have been messing with skincare for years on purpose, so that I can, you know, have the moisture and enjoy the most delicious experiences of natural products that I can. So yeah, check that out, and thank you for being here. And I send you so much love, pile number 3. So much, because you guys are moving through it, and it is really beautiful to see. And I understand that it's not easy, and I know you've totally got this. So thank you guys for being here. I look forward to connecting with you again. Ow! And yeah, we'll see you soon. Ciao.